Wave, Murray's. Hershey wanna ride a wave, Murray's.
Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, welcome to the Hard Pause Podcast. I'm Julian Blaq. I'm here with my brother, Quarter Water TV. Please make sure you're taking a visit over to Quarter Water's channel on YouTube. Actually, we're streaming over that channel right now. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscription button, baby.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we got. Oh, the music we're playing in the background, that is Mark Matthew. The link's in the description. If we're on YouTube, the link's in the description. You can go and give them some spins on Spotify. We'd appreciate it.
What's going on, Chris Chaos?
Oh, brother Chris, what's up? Wish pop, man. We chilling, big dog. Rolling another Sunday. Today's Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody getting ready for that game right now. I don't watch football.
Nah, me neither.
So I wasn't playing on that shit.
I told Mark, I said, we ain't gonna bother you. I know you're a big football dude. So I said, we'll hit you up next Sunday.
Yeah, I figured after that Wilson, I knew it was gonna be crunch time because it's playoffs, all that shit. I know he loved football. Like, I did go. It was good, cousin. Yo, Mark right here.
He's got the whole Mark Matthew rolling in through the YouTube. We was just talking about you, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I told Terrell.
Literally spoke him up for real.
Spoke him into existence. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Hold up. Woo.
Some girl was FaceTiming me showing the goods, and that's a legendary. Chris is a legend. Chris is a legend. You just made legend status, Chris. You a legend.
Yo, for real.
Get ready for these. I already know you was on it, cuz.
That's why I asked him. I said, I know you probably doing something. He said, nothing big, a little something at the crib. But we'll kidnap you next Sunday if you available.
Yeah, I missed that Carol Lab crib, the second one. You see, you ain't never pull up to the second spot. Dave and Mark and them spot up the street.
No, I think I made it over there. Not many times. Down the street.
We had some fun over there too. Carl used to pull up. That's how he used to get away from his house. Come up, pull up, roll up. We all be over there, like.
That's what's up. I think I made it by that spot maybe once or twice.
Yeah,
once or twice.
Spot too. Yeah, Carol Ave, man. Them niggas Carol Ave legends for real. The second spot was legendary. I ain't gonna lie, like it was like.
Man,
we beat the nigga. You was that? I think you might have been in the army at that time.
I probably was doing some army shit about that time. What's up, my homie Comic Brook up in here? Where you coming at us from? Oh, you coming from Twitch?
Yeah.
This actually my in real life friend. They go IRL Comic.
Yeah, IRL.
Yeah, IRL.
Shout out to Comic Brook. Just install these LEDs. Now waiting for the game on Sports Buzz. Yeah, man. People locked in right now. It's a lot of women that be betting now too. Like since them ads came out, it be a lot. I know mad chicks that be betting now. Like,
yo, for real. Yo, they said that Taylor Swift is dating that dude that a lot of women's been getting into.
Travis Kelce nigga.
Yeah. And they said they actually be knowing about the sports now. They're like devoted sports fans now.
Yeah, but most groupies are though.
True that.
That's how they said. I ain't even gonna say that, man, because I don't want to put that rumor on that lady.
This is he already did that one. What's good, Brookie? We just chilling, man. Oh, hey, Brooke. This is actually my in real life brother. We actually biological brother right here.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, so
I be telling him off. I be like, nigga, y'all see my brother, you won't even think that was my brother. But the crazy shit, now that I'm looking at us on camera, we got the same nose.
Similar features, huh?
Yeah, we got similar features. We just two different colors. Like
You're the white.
you already know that.
She
Comic
said,
Brook, you a comedian? She a comedian?
she's like comic books. She's a big comic fan.
To me too. Shout out to Comic Book. I love comic book. I'll go in the stash right now. I got comic book from when I was in the 8th grade. I
My
love
mom-
comic. Me too. I watch cartoons right now. Like all the Marvel cartoons. I watch all that stuff. Like
She actually
big
got
comic
like,
book
Marvel
head.
tattoos. She's tatted the fuck out. She got like
Shout out to Comic Book. Man, I love her already. Like, oh, you met the legend.
yo, she got pictures with him. She got pictures with him.
Man, the dude at my job that got pictures with him too. I'm so mad I ain't never get to meet Stan Lee for real. Like, shout out to Stan Lee. You know why I respect Stan Lee and them?
What's up, sis?
Stan Lee and them wrote all that Black Panther shit, the Wakanda and the vibranium in Africa. That was in the 60s. They wrote that.
Her brother-in-law's yeah.
I love
That's
comics.
crazy.
I ain't going front. I'm a heavy comic. I love comics.
Yo, for real. Brother-in-law. That's the running joke. She always because I made a bunch of Blasian babies and she's Korean.
Oh yeah.
Always call me baby daddy. She's actually married to a whole awesome dude. My brother Eric. We'll kidnap him one of these days and get him up in here too. Her husband.
Shit, she could come up here. We could talk that nerd shit, man. When I really get some motion, I'm telling you, when I really get some motion on my channel, I got a lot of ideas and stuff I want to do. Like, and it's all outside the box shit too. Like,
yeah.
But I wouldn't mind having just a chit chat just about comics and shit. That's my dad.
She's the one to do it. She had a show on the app we used to stream on. Both her and I were featured streamers on this app, and she had a feature show about comics that she had on there.
Yeah, that shit is fire, man. Like Spawn, I got like the first like 1 through 12, 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
Spawn at the time was like the biggest selling comic that came out at the time. Like this was like the mid 90s and shit. Yeah,
oh, if you didn't hear me, Taisha, my sister, I said, "What's up, girl?" I saw you up in there. But, hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rolling through the Hard Pause podcast. If you haven't already done so, make sure you're sharing the podcast, and also make sure you're taking a visit to Quarter Water TV's channel on YouTube for some quality content weekly. Yes.
Now, look, this something that crossed my mind earlier, right? Because I've been seeing this happen for years, right? Every time somebody, you ever heard that song Eminem made before he was famous, where he was dissing black women, or how he don't date black? Right now, look, every time somebody bring that up and call Eminem a racist, right? It'd be a bunch of black rappers coming out saying, "Oh, he's not racist." What is that? Like, why you think he'd be doing that? What is that?
Oh,
shout out Michael John White. I went to school with one of his sons. Rest in peace, Tiger. Tiger died too.
Oh, his kid died?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He talk about that too. He talk about that on Vlad too. Yeah, Tiger. I grew up with Tiger since we was kids.
Yo, you know, our pops actually,
years ago.
Our pops actually trained with that dude when he was training with like Matty Jones, the big
Matt Jones. I went to Matt Jones karate school for like a couple months and shit. I wonder where. Shout out Matt Jones, man.
Where he at now?
Shout out. I don't know. I hope he's still alive.
Me too.
Shout out Matt Jones, man. Matt Jones. Shout out Matt Jones. Yeah. Shout out Michael John White too, because he went on Vlad and said he came out here. He went from he was born in like Massachusetts. He moved to the Bronx. He said, but when he really got shell shocked is when he moved here. He said the Bronx wasn't shit compared, especially back then, because he said he moved on the east side. Remember the east side? That's when the east side had all them barriers in the street. Remember when they had the barriers because people were stealing cars and they was putting barriers everywhere? He was living over there back then, so it was crazy over there back then. Matt Jones used to facts. Matt Jones to be whooping on his students. The one I went to when he had the spot on East Main, like near like Jane Street and all that shit. Matt Jones a legend.
Crazy. I think Mike graduated from Central High in Bridgeport too.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did.
Thing.
He did. Yeah, he did. He went to. I think he went to like elementary all the way to high school out here.
Yep. But yo,
But he said that on his first Vlad interviews. He was like, "Yeah, when I first moved, he's like, believe it or not, when I first moved to Bridgeport, Connecticut, that's when I got shell shocked." Hard pause.
Hard pause. Hard pause.
But what you think that is though with the Eminem shit?
I mean, he came out and said he had broke up with some black chick and was all butthurt about it and released that shit back then. But I mean, he put most of who he put on and helped out have been all black people.
All right, who he put on?
It's D12 niggas. They
don't say 50. Yeah, don't say 50.
Well, no, it's D12 dudes. He put them in a position where they could earn money. They could do things.
He needed that.
Did he need? Or did they need that, or he needed that? What are you saying?
No, he needed that too.
You think so?
He was no good with no niggas around him. He was no good, but he needed that. Okay. Especially back then. Remember, he came out in the 90s, like the late 90s, like 2000. He needed that. And
he used to always say his boy Proof was a better rapper than him.
He was just saying that. Proof wasn't. I don't think so. Yo, I ain't delusional, like, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't delusional.
But I think he probably say that because Proof probably the one that taught him how to rap. But my whole thing is, look, can you be racist? This is a question. Can somebody be racist and still watch basketball?
Of course.
So what's the difference between it can racist? You could be racist and come around black people and act like you like black people all day long. Your baby mom's white.
Yeah.
How you grow up around all black people with your baby mom's white? all the white people I know that grew up around me, all they baby moms is black. all the Spanish people that grew up around black people, they baby moms is black too.
Yeah. That is
that
true.
Eminem shit is kind of spicy. I believe you could be racist and still be around black people. Matter of fact, you know what really made me think of this? You know the rapper Logic?
Logic, yeah, he's biracial allegedly, right?
He is. He got an interview right now on the internet with his brother. With his father. His father's a black man.
Okay.
Word on everything I love. I just seen a clip of this today. He said his mom's got different baby fathers and all her baby fathers is black, but his moms used to call him the N-word. Him and his siblings. So that's proof that you could be lazy. And so he told the father, and the father was like, for real? He was like, but she never called me that. He was like, but it's crazy. So Logic go, but it's crazy. She called me that and all my siblings that.
Wow.
Which is crazy. So that's further proof that you could be racist.
It's still late with it.
And still, yup. The slave master.
True.
The slave master kept black kids. Slave master. Now let me say this. Some of the slave masters had black kids that had love for their kids too, but they wouldn't claim them out in the public. They just treat them good,
like our president Thomas Jefferson. They said he let all his kids go free if they wanted to.
Because when you watch something grow up from a baby, it's kind of savage to just still be. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of hard not to love somebody that you raised, whether you wanted to or not. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
And when they went overseas, when Thomas Jefferson and the mother of all those slave children he had went overseas, slavery was barred overseas. She could have stayed there if she wanted to, and she still came back with him. They said that shows it was love, but no, because all her babies. Everything she knows is back here. and it was his wife's half sister. The slave that he was making babies with, his wife's dad was the father of that made that baby with this.
That's American history, man. Where I grew up, it's around Mex. Later, I had my son where I'm at now. It's blacks and like, yeah.
Yo, for real.
The crazy thing is, you know who the most Mexican, the only Mexicans that's racist is the Mexicans that ain't around no black people. You notice that? I like in Texas. Look, in Texas, right? All the Mexicans in Texas get along with blacks in Texas. It ain't like California. California, the Mexicans is kind of segregated from the black people a lot of times. Like, so that's why they be having little conflicts. Like, but in Texas, the Mexicans and the blacks get along for real. It's the weirdest shit ever. Like, it's the only way you really could be racist if you ain't around niggas, because you can't hate niggas if you around us. You can't.
That's why you ever notice that that a lot of Mexicans got the N-word pass. They be saying it as if they black.
Because if that's all you grew up around, like if that's all you grew up around, like it's white. I know, like it might be one or two dudes that grew up around black people. You can't tell them they don't know no white people. Only white person they know is their moms. The white boys that I know that grew up in the hood, they don't know who their father is.
Wow.
I never seen their cousins at their house or nothing like that. Like they be all around black people, like so they don't really know how you tell somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? He don't know nothing else. That's all he know. Like,
yeah, I was I was watching a podcast and they were talking about how, and I also read an article about it. They were talking about how white culture and black culture, especially on the poor sides, kind of roll together. Like, you ever notice how many of these southern country dudes be doing like fire hip hop tracks? They
learn from the niggas. Because what happens is when you poor, you get stuck with the black people. That's what happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. You just learn from, you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of Mex here. Bram say it. Talk about the N-word pass. I never and nobody even bat an eye when they say the N-word either.
Because the thing is the Mexicans that be around blacks, they get shitted on by the police just like niggas. So what's the difference? Mexicans got African in them too.
Yeah, I did. I was reading an article about that like about a year or so. I don't
know. What's the tribe that was down there? Amex or something like that was in Mexico. It's black people in Mexico right now. Mad black. A Mexican told me this at my job the other day. Said it's mad black people down there.
Oh, in Mexico?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Matter of fact, the chick from Black Panther, the dark-skinned chick that was in Us, Lupita.
Okay.
She's African. She was born in Mexico.
Oh wow.
She was born in Mexico. It's mad niggas down there. Like,
yo, because I didn't know. You know that like even when they accepted during the Holocaust, the United States wasn't accepting refugees. Dominican Republic and Mexico took refugees first. So there's like actually even a Jewish population down in Mexico, and in the DR. It's bigger in Mexico though, because I worked with a dude that was first generation born here. And he was
everybody ain't poor down there neither.
No, definitely
everybody not. Ain't poor down there. Argentina, this motherfuckers down there with bread. Like everybody ain't poor down there. Everybody ain't living in squander neither. Like, you know
that's why I was trying to tell my homie. Like he was talking like nobody wanted to go to Mexico. Yo, there's some fire ass spots in South America.
I know a nigga right now that got deported to Mexico right now. He was sad when he first left. He's straight now. Like. It ain't as bad. You feel what I'm saying? I know niggas that got deported to Jamaica and they straight. Like after a while, you gotta adapt to the land. That's why everybody need to fix their homelands up for real.
Yo, for real.
Everybody can't keep running. Everybody want to keep running. So now everybody fuck America up. We gonna run somewhere else? We gonna run to Canada? Canada ain't having none of that shit.
Yo, Canada's immigration laws are way more staunch.
Way different. Yeah, you can't if you for American and you got a felony, certain kind of felonies, they won't even let you go up there.
No, because we share our we share our like information sharing with our criminal database.
I think that's gonna be. I think they really try to do that everywhere for real.
There's a bunch of countries that do it. They have agreements with the United States and they share.
You in the UK and all that shit, ain't no hiding over there. The UK worse than America, nigga. The UK everything is on camera over there. They ain't got no and they be people been going to jail for hurting people's feelings over here. I would never live in that UK. That UK weird.
It was 2021. I think it was over 3,000 people were arrested for shit they posted on the internet.
I swear that UK. But look, bro. Look, remember I said this. I told a nigga this when I went to IT school 2013, like 11 years ago. I told niggas this. Cause when I was in the school, the teacher was kind of telling me, yo, what's gonna happen is when he was saying certain stuff, he was like, you know why the internet's so reckless? Once they make an internet division in every police department, niggas gonna be going to jail for all kind of shit.
Wow.
You do know that's the only thing missing, right? Once they make a division in these police departments that just for internet, they might got it already and ain't telling nobody.
No, they do have a cybersecurity division for cyber crimes. They have that already in every police.
But I'm talking about like a police, like a department that's just looking for like people threatening people on the internet. And you know, people be threatening people on the internet all the time like it's legal. That is not legal. First of all, that's a fed crime. If you threatening somebody over state lines, is federal. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't like you threaten. Like if you say you do argue, you could be arguing with somebody from anywhere. Like you threaten them, that's threatening over state lines.
Well, terroristic threats, yeah, that actually is a crime. But you know, they have to have a means. Like just someone saying some crazy shit on there, and they don't have no means to ever hurting you or coming near you or something.
This the thing. Yeah, I seen that too. But this the thing. Bullshit always start with one nigga.
True.
If they locking people up in the UK like that, what's to say it won't happen over here? We do everything they do.
We're inching our way over to that. Like they already.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they're trying to take our guns away in the UK. They already did. They already did. And now the criminals do have guns. It's the criminals and the cops have guns. They act like cops don't. Regular beat cops don't have guns, but they have armed divisions.
They got armed divisions. But the thing with the UK is they took their guns, niggas stabbed the fuck out you over there.
Oh, big time.
That's all they be doing over there mainly is stabbings. That's real fisticuffs.
when you look at the circumstance, if you can't get a pistol, people gonna get a weapon to use.
Yeah, they gonna, especially if everybody else using them. If everybody else stabbing, I gotta get with the ways like jail. Everybody else got a store. You gotta go find you one too. For somebody stab you, ain't fair fights. Or the UK dudes don't really be big too. A lot of them be little.
Or them sissy shit. I seen some savage attacks where they melt the blade into the fucking toothbrush and slice cats up.
Yeah, that's bare minimum.
Wow,
that's bare minimum, bro. The toothbrush is like the starter knife. It's niggas in jail, bro. It's niggas in jail with swords.
I know,
pulling out like going in their leg, like what? I got the chopper on me, like whole swords, like.
That's why they call the little blade in the thing. They call it a sissy shank.
Yeah, because it ain't really. That's like I'm telling you, the toothbrush, because that's the first thing they give you, that bullshit little yellow toothbrush with the little stupid toothpaste that ain't really toothpaste.
And that damn
man, that shit, they need to talk about that too. That Lisa soap is dangerous. I need to get a bar of that, and I want somebody to test what's in that.
Because you could smell that on a motherfucker from a mile away. You could smell a fresh nigga out of jail. With that Lisa soap.
Lisa soap come in a bucket, y'all. It's not wrapped. It's not wrapped in no paper. It comes in a white bucket and it's just raw soap in a bucket. It's not wrapped up. It's not wrapped in no plastic. When they tell you go get the Lisa soap, you just open the bucket and it's just
And
soap.
pull the
Like
bars out.
bars like raw and it smell like pure chlorine.
Yo, yeah, them shits be stink. I remember I had to go pick like one of my boys' little brothers was getting out in Connecticut, and we went and picked that dude up. He came out just smelling like jail, and it took him a while to get the smell off of him too.
Yeah, you can't get that off you. You in there like jail just smell. You could be clean. You cause niggas in jail, real niggas in jail. You taking a bunch of showers a day. Like you know what I'm saying? Cause you are going to every rec. You working out. You playing back. You doing all of that. So you taking mad showers a day. It don't matter. You still gonna smell like jail. Yeah. That's just how that go. Like 280-762. I'll never forget my inmate number. I ain't been in jail in 18 years. I'll never forget my inmate number. I got a 280 number. Them niggas is on like 6 right now. 6 zeros. And like I go to jail, I'll be a OG. When I was going to jail, it was still niggas with 5 digits. I got a 6-digit number. It was niggas in there with 5 digits. Niggas that was in jail since the 80s.
Yo, I remember when I worked at Whaley Ave, they had this Officer Williams and shit. He was a OG. He had been in the corrections for a minute. And he's like, he knew these dudes' granddads. and they already knew about him because he was known, because back in the day when sheriffs used to release these niggas, they used to release them and it was like a fight in booking. So they would release him and they would just thump. And Williams was known, even though he wasn't a big dude, for knocking people out with one punch.
Them old school COs was different. They'll put hands on you and all that shit. Them old, like these niggas soft. The old school because there's cameras everywhere. That's why I be telling my daughter sometimes, I be like, y'all think these little crazy, man. Imagine being a kid with a camera on you. Imagine being 9 years old, right? And you tell your moms, I'm about to go around the corner to my friend Billy's house. Nigga, I'm on the west side. You don't know where I'm at. She don't know where you at. No cell phones.
Nope.
Ain't no cell phones. Ain't no tracking. Ain't none of that. Ain't no cameras nowhere. They don't. When you leave the house back in them days, nobody know where you at.
Nope.
Until you get back in the house. So imagine a bunch of kids with no supervision on them, for real, like.
And they used to just send us outside, like we had to
what?
The street lights.
It was we way more careful with our kids than our parents was with us. It was different back then. It was way different because you kind of couldn't coddle nobody back then, neither though. Like how people raise their kids now, like how we raise our kids now.
So
if a motherfucker would have raised you like that back then, you'd have been getting your ass whooped. You wouldn't even have survived, and you wouldn't have survived back then.
That's one reason when I had my first kid, when I had Nene, I already knew how to take care of baby because I was already taking care of my little sisters, changing their Pampers, doing all that shit. I already was well versed in that shit.
I don't never really remember being like a little kid where I wasn't really kind of self-sufficient, where I couldn't like move around. I don't never remember that.
You was never really that. It's like you was a grown.
I'm gonna keep it one. Yeah, I'm telling. Even when we used to live, remember that house we used to live on North Ave? That me and you got a picture when you was like 12 and I was like 5 or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it in his house somewhere. I'm gonna pull that shit and put it on stream. That shit is funny as hell. On the couch, this is how you know it's old. The couch is wrapped in plastic, like the 80s. Yeah, when we used to live over there, I used to be outside by myself over there. And nigga, we moved over there. I probably was like 8. Mm-hmm. So I used to be outside 5, 6 years old.
Just by yourself.
By myself. But
then you was a weird ass kid too, because you would just play and just be on your own, just don't need
all
nobody.
The time.
Just be chilling. But Pop said all one time you just chilling in the dark. It was pitch black.
Yeah, that's one thing with me too. I never been scared of the dark. Like all that, I can't. I never ever was scared. I used to play when we used to live that big ass house. I used to play in the basement sometime. I never was scared of the dark. Yeah, I was a weird ass kid though. I was like for real.
He was not right. He wasn't regular. He was always
I wasn't. Yeah.
as a little
Yeah, for
man.
real. Like even like all my older cousins, it never was like you take Terrell with you. Oh man, I ain't taking that. I never got that.
No, because you was chill. Yo, I would sit you not. Like Terrell was probably about, what was it like? He was about like 14 years old, right? We was chilling in New York with my boy Dave, right? We ran up on a hotel with there was a sorority in there. We convinced that Terrell was 18 years old, and he looked every bit of 12.
12, 11. I was mad little back then. Like
He had a glandular disorder. One of them was like they wanted to give you some ass too.
Yeah, facts. The pretty one too. I remember the one Dave was on. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yo, we just said that dude had a glandular disorder, man. He was like, yo,
yeah, it was wild.
Yo, those
I
are the
remember
days.
that shit. The good. We got mad stories, though. I ain't even gonna lie. We got so much stories in them, man. Especially as soon as you got the Cougar.
Yeah.
As soon as you got that Mercury Cougar, we was all over the place in that Mercury Cougar. Everywhere. Like
I kind of missed that car. I wish I still had it.
The Coug dog.
Yo.
Yeah, I remember when you learned how to drive stick. Jack taught me how to drive stick too.
Yo, we remember we used to rent. Me and Jermaine used to rent a car from a dude at Valley Containers. So we learned how to drive stick in that bitch.
The Galant shit. Was it the Galant?
No, it was a Mitsubishi Galant. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Galant. I remember it was a cranberry Galant. I remember that shit because what's homeboy that had the t-shirts? Remember me, Doug had dropped the car off to us. Me, you, and Jack drove to Middletown and that shit. You don't remember that day?
Not really.
I remember that shit. Me, you, and Jack drove. That's why I remember that car. Right? It was a Mitsubishi Galant.
Yeah, me and Jermaine used to rent it from this dude named Kenny. He used to rent his car all the time. And me and Jermaine, I haven't talked to Jermaine in years, man. I was trying to reach out to him, but I've been unsuccessful.
Y'all get up when the time right. You know what I'm saying? You'll bump it too.
You're right. And we old men now, man.
And niggas got all kind of shit going on. Nigga, he probably married.
Probably, at least. He should.
He always had that same girl, didn't he?
Yeah, they broke up.
Oh,
they're not together.
Then he had another girl after her, didn't he?
I'm sure nigga ain't gonna stay single.
True.
Yeah, ain't gonna stay single. I'm trying to think about shit. We still gotta grab Dave. I gotta hit him up to have him come and roll on this mug one of these days. We can sit chit chat. Yeah,
Dave might remember a little more shit because we got a bunch of stories with Dave too.
Oh, definitely. Shit, I'm spending every weekend. And remember when he lived in?
How the fuck you met that nigga? How you met Dave?
I don't know. I think I met him through another friend. I think I might have met him through. I met him through like rest in peace, Mark Mahan. I think he knew somebody that knew Dave, and I met him through. We gotta
ask Dave because I don't remember.
I don't even remember this.
That's one thing I don't remember that.
And we met him before he moved to New York. He had graduated high school.
He was living in Stratford. He was living in Stratford in back of that church. You know me, bro. You know my memory is like I got a memory like an elephant. I remember everything. I remember exactly where he lived at. I remember he was living because we was young.
Yeah.
You think that nigga know me since I was like 14 or something like that. 13, 14, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I was mad little. I know that 10 or 30 years for real.
Yo, for real. Mm-hmm. And Dave called me. We talked on the phone like about 8-9 months ago. We talked on the Facebook Messenger, maybe a little longer than that. I talked to Dave, and then he because he had a new sneaker line coming out last year in September.
Mm-hmm.
He had some other shit because he got a clothing line, he got a sneaker line, shoe line. He got female sneakers too.
Like he always been creative like that though. He a creative dude.
I was gonna talk to him about setting up our symbol for this particular podcast.
The logo, yeah, the logo.
I already got an idea of what I wanted to be because I mean it's pause button and some other shit.
Yeah,
He could like what do you call it? Animate the shit.
yeah, that'll be fire.
Yeah.
That'll be fire.
I was gonna see how much he charged for that because I ain't gonna let him do it for free.
I already know. Because he'll try to make it. Oh, I got you. And he'll try to do it because he like family like family.
Yeah, like even
One time, I'm gonna show you. One time, I bumped into Dave. Right, I was in a club downtown, and I bumped into this dude I know from PT, the projects and shit. So he like, yo, I'm about to go bump into my man. He got some motion in New York. Like he be rapping. He got some motion. So he just a nigga in PT telling me like, yeah, I got my man. He got all this motion. Like He telling me right. So when I'm at the bar getting a drink, he like, yo, this my man. The nigga turn around, it's Dave. I'm like, nigga, you don't gotta tell me nothing. I know this nigga since I was a kid. Like, you don't gotta tell me nothing about this. Dave, like, man, you don't gotta. He hugged me, like, yo, it was good. I'm like, it was good. Yeah, this was a while ago. Like,
yo, that's crazy.
The last time I seen him.
Yeah. I mean, and we was real tight. Like, I remember one time Dave was in Connecticut. That was when I was still living over on Reservoir, and he came by the crib. And I explained to the then wife, this dude's like my brother. He's family.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because I forgot what we was doing, and then he and I gave him some advice on something, and he wound up bouncing. Rest of that shit I can't really,
Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I know that story, so I know what it is. Like,
yeah. So but I be missing that dude though, man. He even tell me all the time. He says sometimes you gotta focus on the destination and try to like build from there. Like, cause cause that mug had got like laid off from his shit and he's self-employed now, I think.
Yeah, I already know that. He that type of dude that, live off the land.
And that's one cat, like his mom. I said his mom did a good fucking job.
Yeah, fact.
His mom did a
She raised him by herself, but he loved his mom to death.
Oh fuck yeah.
He's very close with his mother. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
but he ain't like a mama's boy because he be moving around. Like, it ain't like he up under his mother. Like,
she raised him to be a man.
Right. That's a fact.
Like, I remember one time me and him used to go back and forth telling jokes about moms and shit. And I was doing this shit and I was like hitting him like hard, saying all this crazy shit. And then this one nigga heard me joke about Dave's mom, and he decided he was gonna joke about that. Dave tried to kill this nigga. We had to.
I already know.
He was ready.
That's you know what's crazy though. I'm gonna show you what's crazy with the human psychology, right? Like if I see two dudes that's close and they joking with each other, and I'm the new dude around, I wouldn't think that I got the privilege to play like that. Like, why niggas think like that? Like, why would you think that you automatically got the same? Know. Like, it don't work. Life don't work like that.
Yeah, life don't work like. But I tell you what, I never joked about Dave's mom ever again after that.
but yeah, I get it.
I knew I was getting away with it because he was giving me the license to do it. I was like, nah, if that fits my nigga off that much, I ain't.
He knew you was playing. He know you. Like, but I to me it make total sense. But I don't see one thing with me. If you notice, you notice I don't play with niggas.
No,
I don't wrestle. I don't joke around. Like I joke, but I don't like. I ain't the one that's gonna be sitting there clowning niggas. I don't play around with niggas like that because I know the psychology. Sometimes a nigga ha with you and be hurt. And be ready to do something, but I seen that happen before. Like a nigga laugh it off and be. Matter of fact, remember Jenny Jones?
Jenny Jones.
The show that it used to be a TV show that used to be Jenny Jones show. He was like one of them Ricky Lake type shows.
Nah, I don't even remember that.
Well, look, I'll tell you a story how Jenny Jones got canceled. She used to do like. She was like one of, the regular talk show, oh, your boyfriend cheating. But every now and then she'd do these shows where like, you bring somebody up there and tell them you got a crush on them. So she brings this white guy on the show. This is live TV. She brings the white dude on the show. she brings his crush out. It's a dude that he knows.
Oh, I think I heard about this.
So look, the dude go, oh, got a crush. That the dude that got brought on the show, he like, oh no, I don't play like that. Ha 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 ha. When they got home, he killed the shit out that nigga.
I did hear about
Jenny Jones got canceled behind that.
I mean, yeah, you set up a fucking situation.
But I'm saying if you see his reaction though on the show,
he seemed like he was.
You would have never seen. Yep, you would have never seen what happened next coming. That's what I'm saying. You never know what nobody. You never know what people think. That's why I don't play around people. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then humans is so weird that you could play around with a nigga one day, and then the next day the nigga just having a bad day, and you play, and he just ain't with it that day. Like now you got to go through. I ain't with none of that. Like so I just don't play around. Like
yeah, I'm even with that road rage shit, man. I was riding down the highway, right, coming from Danbury, Connecticut, going back to Bridgeport, and the exit was not too far down, so I jumped in the breakdown lane. There was fucking little itty bitty white bitches blocking me and cussing me out. Get in fucking line like the rest of us, you piece of shit. I was like, what if I was coming from a mass murder? And you might be my next victim. I was like, you bugging, lady.
Yeah, you don't know me. You don't know. I'm gonna tell you a story without using no names. I know a nigga, right? A bugged out nigga. This my boy though, but he's so bugged out that you can't hang around him. Like everybody in the crew know that you can't hang around this nigga too long by yourself. Like he just a bug out like that. Y'all probably gonna have to fight. Y'all still be friends after y'all fight, but you just gotta fight. So him and the closest nigga to him riding around. They get into a road rage situation with this Puerto Rican dude. Mm-hmm. They all pull out guns. Everybody, the Puerto Rican dude, everybody. They start shooting. Everybody gets shot. The Spanish homie, both of them, and they all shot each other. Right? They go to the hospital. Nobody told, but to make a long story short, is they just ate bullets for nothing. Because even to this day, if they see each other, it ain't gonna be no beef because they know they was tripping.
Yeah.
But somebody could have died behind that. Like,
real,
you know what I'm saying?
Over bullshit.
I think whoever pulled the pistol first wasn't expecting whoever pulled the pistol second to have a pistol. That's what I think. And it just went down. Like, that's what I think.
I think you are saying.
Yeah, I think it was once the pistols got pulled, it was like,
I guess we shoot.
Yeah, gotta get the shoot. Like, yeah, like, nah. That road rage, just keep it pushing, man. Like, even because I be road raging too, but I ain't getting out the car. I be in the car talking my shit. I ain't doing none of that extra shit. Yeah, I'm trying to get up out of there. Like, yeah.
That's why
I ain't trying to sit there argue. Oh, you stupid, man. I ain't doing none of that. I'm trying to get to where I'm going. Like,
and I think that's what kept me. The fact that I had guns on me so young, that's what kept me from doing that bickering shit. I can't bicker because if I bicker with a motherfucker and we start fighting, somebody gonna die possibly. So,
but you was like that before the guns, though. You wasn't really no arguing because you are always a short-tempered nigga. Like niggas don't know that though. Yeah. A lot of times, let me show you something, right? A lot of times people be talking to you and you'll be aggravated. I'll see it, but they can't tell. Cause you ain't no yeller.
Nah.
We don't yell.
Nah.
We ain't doing all that yelling. You not no yeller. And you ain't you'll just let it go and you'll just keep it. But it's a certain look you get on your face. I'll see it and they won't see it. I'll be like, bro, aggravated as fuck. Like, nigga, but you was like that before the pistols. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, you was like that before the pistols. Like, you wasn't really you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't really like arguing. I don't like that shit. And that's what's beautiful.
None of us do.
Yo, even
none of us do. Even Pops don't.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why Pops, when Pops start arguing with the outside of us, if he start arguing with somebody, immediately he start going low. You don't notice that?
Nah, I never do. I never paid
If
attention.
pops like, if it ain't us, right? If it ain't like his kids or something, if he start arguing with somebody, he just immediately goes somewhere that he ain't supposed to go. Like that's what he, because he don't like arguing. Like,
Yeah,
he's short. Pops is way more short tempered than me and you.
yeah, I can see that.
That nigga way more short tempered than me and you. He's no tolerance for real. Like way more short tempered than me and you.
But that's one thing I give too. Like when I have all my daughters here, all my daughters are like very soft spoken. None of them is loud. They're like really chill, like personality wise. They tell me portions of their personality that's not so chill. Like one of my daughters was explaining to me that like she used to kind of put her man through it,
Mhm.
and then she was like,
Doing bullshit to the nigga.
yeah, just pissing him off for no reason. Then she said, I realized that wasn't really the good. She's in a good headspace now, so she said realized that wasn't really cool to do to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but and they all think outside of the box in their relationships. Though I'm like, y'all gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right.
Yeah, it'd be all right. It'd be all right. If you, the crazy shit is, if you see my daughter, she the exact same way. Mild mannered, quiet, chill. She don't like other girls that be with that boy, like the ratchet. She don't like none of that shit.
For
Yeah,
real.
she just a laid back, chill, just be chill.
Then you remember my aunt Nikki, man. I met her. I seen her two daughters, Kobe and Janae, for the first time. They the same too. They mad chill, soft spoken. Like their temperament's the same as what, but like my two daughters that's their age. Their temperament's almost the same. I was like, wow.
That's why I be not trying to judge niggas like when they kids be in the street. You a street and your kids in the street, like what?
Yeah.
Like dog, the kids ain't poor like we was, nigga.
No.
The kids, your moms ain't working 3-4 jobs and all that shit. Like y'all don't got the same life we got. So the kids ain't really. The kids is supposed to be how our kid, they supposed to be nerdy and shit like that. They ain't supposed to be street. It's weird to me. Like I be weirded out a little bit. Like maybe that's just me judging, because it could be probably the chicks these niggas be having kids with.
The influence of the mom definitely has.
The chick might be living in a project, the kids in the projects. It could be that, like, you feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, stop judging and shit. Like, but I be feeling like that. Like, if you was in the street, like, I feel like, because most niggas that I know, they kids was in the street. I mean, most niggas I know that was in the street, they kids ain't in the street. Cause you ain't gonna be like your pops. I don't care what you do. Like you would never be like your pops. Like you didn't have the same life your pops had. Your pops was like that because his life was different. It wasn't because it's in his blood to be like that. If he grew up somewhere, he would have been too. It's the environment that made him like that. Like,
and I even thought about it too. Like I ain't gonna say the dude's name. There was a dude I was in grade school with that was a very, very smart kid, and he was like brilliant, like brilliant kid.
mm-hmm.
After we graduated 8th grade, he took a trajectory after high school on that street shit. He caught it. He wound up and by the time I graduated high school, this nigga was in jail for like years.
Wait, kill somebody, son?
Yeah, that he actually caught a few. He only got popped for one, but he caught a few, but he was notorious for that. And I was thinking about, but he was also successful at making money, like making street money. But with that came him having to do certain things.
Let me show you something. Contrary to people's belief, right?
Mm-hmm.
The niggas that's successful in the street, you gotta be smart. You can't be stupid. Like now, I will say this: most niggas in the street is stupid though. But most niggas in the street ain't making money. Most niggas in the street ain't making money. But the niggas that do make money, you can't be stupid. You gotta be smart. You gotta be quick on your. You gotta have a sixth sense that other people don't got. Like you gotta be a little bit paranoid, and you gotta be able to count real fast. And you gotta know that everybody is lying to you when it comes to this money.
That is true.
Everybody lying. That's how you got to look at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If a nigga tell you don't got to count it twice. The streets though, like it'd be like I never understood, like, right when you watch the movies and you be seeing niggas get comfortable and be trusting niggas in the streets. It's weird, like
Yeah,
it's strange to me because it's like we criminals. Like I'm here to try to get you out your money. That's what we out here for. Like you ain't my man, so I'm trying to get you out your money. That's what it's about. Like even when people be in jail and they be like, how do we stop the violence in jail? You can't. You got the worst niggas on earth in these places. Like, like, what are you talking about? Like, the only way you can stop it if you have them on lockdown, you got to do some inhumane shit. That's the only way you stop the violence in jail.
You know that research of violence in jail is where that toxic masculinity bullshit came from, where they were calling. Like
that's some old liberal bullshit.
Oh,
I don't know what toxic masculinity is.
They coined the phrase because they wanted to figure out why violence happened for little to no reason in prison, and they just coined the phrase toxic masculinity. Somehow these fools out here got a handle on it, and they start calling everything masculine toxic. I said, there's no such thing as toxic masculinity, like there's no such thing as toxic femininity. There's just toxic people.
I ain't going front. That's why I'm starting to feel like the Democrats is way more racist than the Republicans, and I'm gonna show you why.
They started out that way too, though.
Not even just that. I'm even little subtle shit they be doing, right? If you notice now, all of a sudden the word woke. Remember, the word woke was really for black people being woke, and it wasn't. Yeah. But somehow, some way, now all of a sudden being woke is an insult. How?
When he was a kid, Dad was labeled as woke because he had it.
That's what I'm saying. He had the awareness of what was really going on, like white supremacy and all that. Yeah, that's what being woke is. Being aware of white supremacy. Being aware that
aware of situations and also being open to new knowledge and everything else. You know, that's what it's supposed to mean.
That's even a lot of that shit. Like even when I was little, right now, I go to Pop's house when he was living in them projects and shit. Bradford and shit. When he was living over there, we be a lot of that shit that he was doing. A lot of that shit stuck with me, and I didn't know that. Like a lot of them dudes, like it's a dude that was a Black Panther out here. That was like one of the he was the last Black Panther in Connecticut. He was in New Haven. Me and Pops went to go meet him and shit. When he died, I sent Pops the pic. I was like, Pops, this the dude that you sent me to me. He's like, damn, you remember that? I was like, hell yeah, I remember that. Like, but it was him. Like, you know, I got a different kind of brain. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, that was him. Like, like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, even people like Khalid Muhammad, like Dr. Khalid Muhammad, like Pops was watching him in the early 90s, and I remember that. Like,
you remember Leonard Jeffries too? That was his boy.
Yep.
College that they tried to get at.
Pops almost, if Pops would have stayed on that trajectory, Pops would have got wound up and all that goofy shit, because he was right there. He was rubbing shoulders with a lot of them dudes. Like, a lot of them dudes know Pops. That's why I said he need to get a YouTube channel for real. Cause it's a bunch of old niggas like him that's on that shit. He just gotta watch what he say. Just tell him, read the guidelines and just follow the. I know you want to go crazy, but just follow the guidelines.
Like the Bill Rumble too at the same time. Cause
do YouTube.
You think
YouTube?
So?
That you just that, because first of all, Rumble, you don't know who owns that. Niggas over there calling you the N-word with a hard ER all day. That's all they do over there.
And you got freedom. You can't do that shit over there.
Just go to YouTube and just follow the guidelines, man.
You think you're gonna be able to?
Yeah, because this is what you do, right? You only gotta do it for a little while to build your people. Then you get a Patreon and you can say whatever you want over there.
Yeah. I mean, you
understand what I'm saying?
I mean, you can, but I've heard like rumors of people that release shit on their Patreon and it happened to get recorded and sent to YouTube and
They doing the same shit on. They doing the same shit on Rumble. How you think I got that video of Sneeko getting his ass whooped? That was from Rumble.
Yeah, I saw that. It was from Rumble.
That's from Rumble. That's what I'm saying.
That dude beat the brakes off that
Man.
kid.
But that's what I'm saying. Pop, listen. If you watching this, start with YouTube. Just read the guy and follow the guy. I know you don't want to. I know you want to go crazy, but you kind of can go crazy because there's some niggas up here going crazy. They just watching their words.
Yeah, they
Pops
really
know how to talk though, because Pops, even when Pops be sending me text messages and he don't be saying like he be using code words. He know how to talk. Pops smart. He know how to talk. But I'm telling you, if he start that lane, because he's smart, and it's a bunch of dudes that's like him too, that want that knowledge. Put it out there. Fuck it. Just read the guidelines, follow the guidelines, and get a Patreon and do your thing over there. That's how it works. We in America. We ain't just gonna be able to do what we want, no matter where we at, bro.
I would also recommend this too. Like if you build it up enough, standalone website where people
that
can
too.
subscribe to.
That's true. You could do your own, that too. But the reason why I'm saying YouTube, it got a big enough audience, dog, and it's already people in that lane. So it's an audience there for you to go grab. It's like the streets. It's like, nigga, you gotta work. Go put that work out.
Like I told him once.
That's how I'm treating it for real. You see that's how I'm treating it. That nigga be like, why you use Corey Holcomb? Because I'm a nobody. I'm trying to build. I'm building. Nigga, just let me do my thing. I got ideas too. I'm building though.
Yeah. And Corey's like, that's one nigga I do not want to piss off.
he goes to the abyss. That's why I respect him. I don't agree with everything no man say, but I respect him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's when we rest in peace to Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal was a similar personality.
I love people that's like that. Everybody that go, I don't care, because you know why? You know why I love people like that? Because I don't play with nobody. So when you play with somebody and they just be like, and you think they're gonna go light on you and they go to the abyss, I love seeing that. For some reason, I just love seeing that. I just love it for real. Like, stop playing with people. Like, there's a lesson to be learned. I love it. Like Cat Williams, one of them too. He go to the abyss when he might, because this is the thing, right? With the cat shit, right? People think Cat Williams just came out of nowhere and just started. No, most of them people he spoke about was people that was on Shannon couch already saying little slick shit. That's why he did that. He just responded to all in one whop. That's all that happened. Like, so everybody, Cat one of them people that when he get ready to respond, he gonna go to the abyss. I love people like that. I don't care what. I love people. Stop playing with people.
What I like how Cat called out Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart said Cat chose drugs over fame, and Cat
ain't on no drugs.
Oh, he ain't.
Cat ain't on no drug. Cat been saying that shit for since he been out. Cat ain't on no drugs. I'm convinced of that. Cat is just a crazy nigga. Cat is a little bugged out, but who ain't?
And on top of that, he can't have the foster kids he have, the adopted kids he have being.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That ain't nothing wrong with that. But all them kids grown. You know they all grown now.
They grown.
Yeah, think about how long. Yeah, they grown. Yeah,
right.
They grown.
You right.
Yeah, they grown. Them niggas grown.
Damn, Cat.
Yeah, them niggas grown. Cat, shout out to Cat. And this the thing, right? Everybody else that knows Cat Williams said Cat Williams is a generous person. They all got stories about how Cat gave him shit. Boosie, from Boosie to Beanie Siegel to dog. It's all these random weird niggas too. Like, it ain't like people you would think. It'd be like sporadic niggas. Like, Cat is Cat is a good dude. Like, and when he got something bad to say about you, it's a reason for it. Like,
yeah.
All you notice all them other people, like all the people that he mentioned ain't as generous as him. They don't be helping nobody. They help the niggas in their little circle. And that's it. Oh, I'm telling you, I hit the lottery, right? If I hit the Powerball for $500 million, everybody I know I have money. Everybody.
Yeah, that's yo. I told you I had a weird ass dream where I won the lotto, and after taxes, I had 800 mil.
Yeah, you told me that.
That was crazy. And what I did was I set up trusts for all of the kids and the nieces and nephews and everybody. And I just kind of like, but it was stressful. It didn't feel
And
good.
it ain't gonna be as stressful as you think. I'm going straight to an accountant. We gonna bust a certain amount of money down. It ain't even gonna be that crazy, dog. I'm a send an invitation. I'm gonna fly everybody into one place, sit them in one room, bust the money down. Everybody, I'm gonna tell them, look, everybody ain't getting the same amount, and don't come crying because ain't nobody never give me shit. So don't even start.
Yo, that's real.
And I don't care. And I don't care if you cry. I'm still give you this money. I ain't gonna be like, oh, you crying. You don't get. I ain't gonna be funny. Like I'm gonna still give you this money. But ain't nothing after this though. This is the when you call me to check on me, see what's good. Don't call me for no money. I'm hitting you off right now. Nobody never gave me nothing, but my mama.
Yo, and that's one thing I got to shout out to Willie Plowman. May he rest in peace.
Shout out Willie Plowman. Willie Plowman is a legend.
Yo, when I used to call him just to check on him, he was just not used to people not calling him for shit. He was used to people calling him and wanting something. He's like, "You okay? You need some money?" I was like, "No, I'm just seeing how you doing." And he just wasn't used to it.
Bro, you know we ain't built like that. For some reason, something in our blood, we'll drown and we'll starve and we'll sleep on the ground before we ask somebody for some shit. Look, right? You had a good job for however many years, right? I was going to jail. I've never called you and be like, bro, send me some bread in jail, bro. I never even thought about it though. I never been like, oh, my brother good, yo. My brother send me 100. I'm a nigga who does that.
Shit, if you I'm gonna this shit.
I know, but this the thing though, right? You know what's crazy? I've seen you do that shit for niggas you barely know, so I know you do it for me, but I'm just not no asker. I've never asked you for shit ever.
Yeah, same here. I don't ask. We
ain't ask her. We ain't ask even Pops. Pops ain't no asker. We just not ask her. We sleep on the ground. I'm telling you, that's just it's something in our blood. We just like that. We just not asking. We not asking nobody for shit.
Yeah. Because even Pops, all the shit he's been dealing with, he never called me to ask me. He'll call me to ask for money for other people. He won't call me.
But you know what's wild on Pops though? Pops methodic. He know how to live off the land too.
That's true.
It's certain shit that I'm not gonna say it, but Pops know how to. I respect Pops, and you know it's a lot of shit Pops do I don't like, but I respect Pops. Like you see, me and Pops. All my life, I never had no bad conversation with Pops ever in life. Like
never.
I don't disrespect that man. I understand. You know, the older I get, the more shit I understand. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that like irritates me with current events with people is that like there's so many cats that be trying to get in your pockets that shouldn't even feel comfortable asking. And they just feel all right. And I'm like, yo, the fuck?
Nigga, you ask me for money or some shit like that, and I don't fuck with you like that. I'm looking at you. I'll probably never fuck with you again because I've been to jail and I know that scheme. Because first of all, that's that person that's asking you when you tell them no, they're gonna feel some kind of way about it. Anybody you tell them no and they feel some kind of way about it, don't ever mess with them ever again.
There's
why you can't tell people no? Like what is that?
That's what somebody said. Like there was a thing that said like if you ever come into a bunch of money, what you need to do is call all of the people that are closest to you and ask them for money and see how they respond.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
It's funny.
I ain't doing all that art or shit to my people, right? I'm gonna do this how I live my life, right? For real. I'm gonna do what I think is right?
Mm-hmm.
Once I do what I think is right, I don't give a fuck what you say about me. You could say I did, yo, that nigga grind me. You could say me and you both know what the truth is. So that's all that matter to me. I don't really care about the public, because you know the truth. You know you lying.
You a Zen nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. That's how you gotta do that shit. You can't worry about what everybody else think. Cause if I know the truth and you know the truth and you see somebody lying, you know what I'm saying, you know what that is. Like,
yeah. That is, yo. I mean, I say you right as fuck. Like if that dream I had where I had all that money, if I took it down the path you talking about, it would have been hella less stressful.
that's
in
it.
dreams, that shit was
Yeah,
stressful.
because I'm not. Because what you trying to do is you trying to make sure everybody's straight with the money, like making sure everybody do. I'm not doing all that, bro. Oh, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna give you your money, let you make your own decisions. When you fuck that up, I can't help you. I ain't gonna let you go broke. But this is the thing, right? I won't let you die and go broke and homeless in the street. But I ain't telling you that neither. So you could go fuck up the money and bro, I fucked up. You could put I ain't. I'm gonna tell you ain't. It's no more after this. So you try to do what's right with the bread, but I ain't gonna let my family. I ain't never gonna let my family. If I can help it, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and I don't care if I don't know you. You could be a cousin that I just met yesterday. If I come across some big ass money where I can't spend it all, everybody I know straight. I'm gonna go looking for niggas that I don't, for real, that I haven't seen in years. I'm telling you.
You know what you're doing. You're gonna be Jewish with it. That's what the Jewish people do. They take care
That's
of
what
everybody.
That's really what you're supposed to do.
If one person's making money, everybody's making money.
Don't that make a lot of sense though?
It does. It does.
You do know I'm 4% Jewish.
Yo, crazy ass Kanye said the same shit, that black people should be more like them.
That's really how. But that's really how we used to be though. Along the line somewhere, I think, you know what I think did it? The music and like us idolizing celebrities and all this. We gotta have all this money and everybody gotta have their own business. Everybody ain't built like that. Everybody ain't built to be a boss, man. If everybody a boss, where the workers at?
True.
I don't care about being the main boss. Just give me my money. Like, I ain't worried about all that goofy shit. That's why I really don't really got no ego for real. Like I ain't on that ego shit. Like
that's what Pops told me that I lacked. He was telling me, like, when I was doing like the singing shit, he said you need to have an ego. An ego will help you practice to be better than everybody else.
He right though. That's because the reason why I'm saying that is he right when you're in a competitive field.
Yeah.
But I'm in my own lane. I ain't in nobody way. Like I ain't in if I was like boom, prime example. When I was a rapper, right? Even though I wasn't running around rapping, if you another rapper and you come and tell me you better than me, you gotta show me now. Like that's how that shit was. You gotta have he right though. When you in that, like if you an athlete, if you a rapper, if you like an entertainer, like an actor or something, you gotta kind of be like that. Like because it's shark eat shark. That's how that shit is. Like, so he was right. But Pops, when it come to that, Pops is,
that's his realm.
His experience. That's his realm. Like,
like, even with Gary, Gary used to practice runs to the point of where he would get so upset if he couldn't get it right when he was young that he would be like emotionally fucked up. Gary kept practicing them shit
because he loved the music. He loved
the music, and he was fucking that was his shit. And then he's out of all the fucking dudes I sang with, he was one of him and Javier were two of the best niggas I ever sang with. They was just, I don't know, they just had a love and respect for music.
And Gary used to write a lot.
Yes.
And you know what it is with Gary a little sensitive too. So when he have a girlfriend, he'll break up with his girlfriend. Nigga, that be the most songs that nigga ever write, man. What?
Like,
but Gary should have got on. If Gary wasn't from here,
yeah,
Gary would have got on because he write a lot, and he in the song he kind of had like a hood, because Gary was still in the streets. As sensitive as that nigga was, niggas wouldn't even see that nigga now and wouldn't even know that nigga was streets.
Now you realize, you ever watch The Voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
That dude that won the inaugural season, Pops used to give him voice lessons.
You talking about Javier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember Javier.
Yeah, he used to give him voice lessons, and I was like,
You don't remember I used to be there with y'all sometime?
oh, damn, you got to remind me, yo. You know I'm old.
I was in there when I was in there when Javier was there, when Gary left and Dwayne came.
Uh-huh.
You remember that when Gary stopped coming and Dwayne came? I remember I used to be in there.
Yeah.
I used to be in a room sometime, or Pop sent me downstairs sometime to go play with Justin. So I was a kid, though. I was mad young still, like 10, 11, 12, maybe. I was a kid.
Yeah, I miss those days of enjoying music. Like sometimes I wanna, I wanna like get back into like doing track shit and singing shit, but then I was like, I ain't really ready to put the time.
I ain't with that shit, man. That shit is long gone. I ain't never think about writing a rap about 20 years, man. Shit's out of here. Niggas be like, yo, you still be rapping? I'm like, nigga, I'm 40-something years old. What I look like?
But you was good.
Nigga, let it go. Like you know what crazy? Just like I told Will when I did the interview on his podcast, right? When he asked me, I was like, Will, you remember I used to rap? I never was no nigga running around rapping and shit. I really never gave a fuck about that shit for real. It was like a hobby. I just was good.
He was like ridiculously good at it.
Yeah, I was just good at it, but I never really cared about that shit. Like I'm kind of glad for real. To be honest with you, my nigga, I'm glad I didn't get on because them niggas would have just tried to rob me, and then I'd have been like the rest of these rappers pretending like I got bread and don't. I'd rather really have money with no, for real. I'd rather really have money with no fame than be famous and pretending like I got bread. Like most of these people you see on TV, they ain't really got no money.
Yeah, Will Smith mentioned that. He said, like, when he was famous, he said nothing's worse than being famous and broke. When he
Most of these niggas. Most of these niggas. Once you start seeing, right, when these niggas we start finding out these niggas renting them big ass houses. You know, once I see you doing that, I know you ain't got no money. Why I'm gonna give somebody $8,000 a month and I could just go buy it? Like, why would I do that? That's what they doing.
Yo, your boy Nelly was like in the real estate though, but he never been a flashy type of dude though, really.
But he was a country nigga. He might have some jewelry, but his clothes, he ain't really that flashy.
Nah.
The dudes with the money is the only dude that's flashy for real that really got money is probably Rick Ross. Rick Ross got bread. But for real, it's probably only like 10 rappers that really got money. All them young dudes none of them got no money.
Yeah.
None of them. When they be buying them girls' cars, them Instagram chicks, when they be buying them cars, they not buying them. Them is leased. That's why you don't see them cars later. And that's why when they break up with the girl, they got to take the car back because they leased the car. And they don't want to pay for it if they ain't with the girl. They still got to pay the lease. That's why they be doing that. I've been peeped that flex. That's what they be doing. They be leasing cars. They be renting houses and leasing cars. All that shit is for show. That's why I be saying I'd rather really have money.
There was somebody who was talking about it, like how generational wealth and people plan their financial journey, and how some people in our culture, they'll be having like name brand purses and shit with no money. And he's like, I'd rather be walking around with a paper bag and still have 10 grand or 30 grand in the bank than be running around here trying to pretend like
you know what's crazy though? You know what's real fun? I think that shit is in our genetics.
Yeah.
You know why I say that? I'm gonna show you why I say that. I seen some research where they was talking about in the what it was like the 30s or the 40s. They did a research and they said the black people in America was buying more name brand shit than everybody else back then. We just like nice shit. I think we always been like that. It's they took us and made us slaves. I think before we were slaves, we always liked nice shit. I think that's what it is. I think that's really what it is. Cause that don't make no sense for it to be back then. Ain't nobody, it wasn't no TV commercials and shit like that back then. And it might have been before the 40, it might have been the 20s. It was something crazy. It was a long time ago. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. They said most of the black people buy more name brand shit than most white, and that's still true to this day.
Yeah, they said that even with the top buyers of like Mercedes and all this other stuff are black folks.
We really got money.
Yeah.
But they convinced us to think that we don't got no money. We got money. We just be spending it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand why they don't want to give us reparations. Because we ain't gonna do nothing. But this is the thing, right? I heard somebody say this, and it sparked a light in my head, and I was like, "This is the realest shit I ever heard in my life." That's why I said it seemed like Biden is trying to destroy this country. Why would you give all our money to migrants, right?
Mm-hmm.
You giving all our money to migrants who make money here and then send it back home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not give us the money? We ain't got this is our home. We ain't gonna do shit but spend it here. Am I tripping? We gonna buy houses. We gonna, you feel what I'm saying? We even if we start businesses, it's gonna be here. It's not gonna be nowhere else. Why wouldn't you want to give us the money more than anybody? It's like y'all just refuse to give us shit. Like them niggas gotta be poor. That's what they get. That's what it boils down to. Like it seems like the system is set up. That no matter what we do, the black Americans gotta be poor. And we're gonna throw all the rest of the black people in the mix with them too, but we just gonna make sure the black Americans stay at the bottom. And that's what it seems like.
Even with the migrant crisis too, they're flooding the country with millions and millions of folks that they're gonna legitimize to like kind of cancel out the black vote.
We don't give a fuck about that voting shit. No. I say we all stop voting. Fuck them. This is the thing, right? I'm gonna show you what's crazy. What difference does it make? They never give us nothing. Every time we fight for something, this what they say. All right, we gonna give y'all what y'all want, but this the catch. We gotta throw the word minority or people of color. That mean everybody get it.
I mean,
they run that same play on us every single time. They did it with civil rights. They doing it with this new shit. And then it's the crazy shit, right? And I'm about to fuck your head up with this one, right? They do this shit, right? Every time we fight for something, they say they give it to us. They say this minority or people of color shit. And then they turn around and throw the shit in our face. We the only ones that get it. Oh, y'all only got the job because of this. We the only ones that they say that to, but everybody else benefiting off shit. Mm-hmm. White women, all the other races of people, they don't tell that to them. It's crazy. So that shit, I think we stop voting. We ain't getting shit out of it anyway. Shit. We ain't getting shit out of it anyway. We stop voting because once we stop voting, the Democrats out of there anyway. Like, so we just stop voting.
They already good, man. They're replacing us with these other people that they're gonna legitimize. So they good.
Them people vote Republican, bro.
They will eventually, but they're gonna get at least a couple terms, giving them free.
How much you want to bet they out of it? First of all, they can't vote right now. They trying to make it all. They trying to hurt. That's not gonna work. Y'all, they ain't gonna be able to vote till they become citizens. So y'all gonna lose this. Y'all gonna lose this go round. And what's gonna happen? As soon as them Republicans get in, half y'all niggas that's here is out of here. Y'all might as well all that good money shit. Y'all better sit tight because after this year it's gonna be a wrap. Half y'all's out of here. I'm telling you that.
And for what I'm hearing, that a lot of people are coming here just for free benefits and shit.
Nigga, they said half the Asians, half the niggas coming here is Asian. They coming from China, going to Mexico and coming. I seen a nigga had speed boats. Who's financing this shit? That's another question people need to be asking too. Who is financing this? I seen niggas on a speedboat, bro. Got off the boat and just left the boat in the water. Who bought that? Who boat is that?
Yo, they was doing that shit in Europe too. Like they was doing it in like France.
Somebody's financing this, dogs. Who is somebody's financing that, man. Dog, y'all could do all that all y'all want. One thing y'all know. Dear people that's trying to do this to undermine Black Americans, right? If you watching this, if you ever get a hold of this in a time capsule, maybe 100, 200 years from now,
it's gonna be in the universe.
I'm gonna tell you this. Black Americans are immortal, not individually. Look, listen to what I'm saying. Not individually, but as a whole. We are immortal. Y'all done did everything to us, my nigga. Y'all done did it all to you. Lynched us, set us on fire. What's the dude y'all dragged? James Bird. They dragged that nigga till his head came off. Like you could just sit there. Y'all was cutting people penises off. Y'all was doing all kind of stuff. Y'all did it all to us. And guess what? The last study they did, they said our birth rates is up 23%. They said we went from like I think like 30-something million people to 48 million, then there 50 million Black Americans in America.
Search and they said
we are immortal, dog, and that's the problem. And I think that's the reason for all this influx and all these people in this country too, trying to. We don't care. You could let everybody in here. That's not gonna work either, bro. Because guess what happens? You start flooding the country with all these people, and guess what happens? Niggas start getting a hold of them, and they start having baby by Black people. Whoop-de-doo. So we are immortal, sir. Stop it. Just stop trying. Just leave us alone. This is the thing, right? Even if y'all don't give us our reparations, well, I still want my money. Just leave us alone, like, and I ain't talking about leave us alone where y'all don't just let us get our resources like y'all give everybody else. Stop sabotaging everything we doing. Just leave us alone. That's all we asking.
Yeah, one of my boys that's I got to bring him on. His reparations was just let us not have to pay federal taxes. Just
nah, fuck that. Fuck that. If I let me talk to that nigga. If I tell him how much shit they stole from his people, you gonna want your money. That U.S. Freeman's Bank shit pissed me off, bro. When I started doing my research on that Freeman's Bank, that had me hot. I don't want to hear nothing outside of money. No student loan for you, none of that. I want bread. Y'all stole bread from my family members.
So folks
personally, and I've seen people personally in our family, bro. They stole money from
folks that are just joining the podcast. Freeman's Bank was an alternative to reparations, where they stole the money. It was Dems and Republicans stole the money from Black
our
folks.
Family, from our family.
And it was a bank that was supposed to be in lieu of reparations, and they just stole the money.
They stole all the money and used it to fight. And this the crazy shit. Anybody that say, "Oh, that's a rumor," I got this information from the U.S. Treasury, dogs.
You showed me the site. I went to the site where they showed the freedom.
It's on the U.S. Treasury. You could go look it up yourself. They stole the money and used it to build roads and railroads. So it's to build the streets and some of the railroads. So when y'all talk about we built this country, literally. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that tax forgiveness. We need tax forgiveness, and I want my bread. That's how y'all owe us trillions of dollars. The money that y'all stole just out the look. The money they stole just out the U.S. Freeman's Bank equals up to billions of dollars alone. That's not even talking. That's not even talking to the free labor y'all got. Y'all owe us so much bread. That's why they don't really want to pay us. They can't count it. They cannot count even if they give us 50 trillion, they still owe us money. They owe us so much bread, they can't count it, dog. Mm-hmm. On top of all the patents, it was illegal for us to get patents, all the inventions we made. Y'all stole so much shit from us, it don't make no sense.
Yeah, I
Dog,
did.
I don't want to hear nothing but bread. I don't want to hear nothing. Once they start talking all that goofy shit, we could do it. Reparations is cash, like just like y'all give to everybody else. I want bread and all that other shit y'all talking about too. The student loan forgiveness, the tax, all of that shit too. And I want it even more since y'all really trying to make us minorities. Y'all letting all these other people, and y'all really trying to make us at the bottom class. So I really want the money now, then.
Yo, true.
Because the one thing these other people don't got, right? Y'all, and the one thing the white supremacists, the one thing these other people don't got that y'all letting in this country, they don't got that warrior spirit. A lot of them is willing to take second place and let y'all do shit to them and treat them a certain way just to be considered white at the end. Like we don't got that. We ain't bleaching our skin. If y'all act too crazy, we start acting crazy too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. But that's the difference right there. So y'all could make us the least amount of people here. We been here already. Difference do it.
Yeah, that's one of the things, like, because my background's with immigration law for my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Keep talking about the immigration law. Like, the only reason you have citizenship by birth here is because of
black people. We fought for that. We fought for that.
Here's the deal. That gave the black folks that were here, it wasn't supposed to continue on forever. Like, all developed nations, you can't just come drop a baby on their soil and get citizenship. You can't. One or both of the parents have to be a citizen. At least one of the parents have to be. Our shit is, we're one of the few developed nations that allow anchor babies, like people to just drop it.
That's what they call them, anchor babies.
Yeah.
And then them same people will come here and call us lazy and call us akatas and jareers and beads and all this other goofy shit that Africans be calling us, and or whatever other black immigrants be calling us too, which is crazy. And then you ask them, what's your problem with black Americans? And they tell you, oh, niggas called me names when I was a kid. Bro, let me ask you, have you ever seen this? Like, niggas picking on black immigrants with your own two eyes? Have you seen this?
You mean like me?
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a little kid in grade school, I seen people doing it, but outside of that,
like doing what was they doing to him?
I call a little African chick an African booty scratcher and all this other shit, like bullying.
I've never seen that before, for real.
I saw, but this was in the 80s. This was in the 80s.
You know why that African booty scratcher shit was big in the 80s?
Propaganda.
That movie. You don't remember the movie The Arab Deer with Kevin Bacon? He was in Africa with a bunch of. He was in an African. That's where that African booty scratcher shit was in a movie.
I didn't know.
That's where. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's where it came from. So when people be like, "Oh, it was just a movie," that's why I was big in the 80s, but in the 90s, there wasn't nobody saying that. We way more witty than that. That shit is corny.
Yeah, I could agree.
Even funny. Yeah, that shit's not even fun. I've never in my lifetime, right? I've never heard nobody call nobody an African booty scratcher. I've never seen niggas just picking on black people because they immigrant. And with how I grew up, we was all black. It ain't make no difference. I grew up around Jamaicans.
Also,
they was calling me a Yankee.
Also, even in that circumstance in my life, I was actually punished for liking to read. I was a hard-headed ass kid that pissed off my teachers, and they understood that I like to read, so they wouldn't let me read. To punish.
What kind of shit is that? Kind of slavery shit is that?
Yeah, because that's the only
teachers would have got fired in this era for that shit. Yeah, but you don't do no shit like that. Like, what kind of crazy shit is that?
It was weird.
Them 80s was wild. That's why I said, like, somebody picked on you when you was little, cool, but don't be acting like niggas was beating y'all up, because nigga, half y'all when y'all started selling drugs and all that, how y'all think y'all was allowed to sell drugs? Niggas already had the territory already.
Oh, for real, for real.
Y'all was allowed to sell drugs, whether niggas believe that shit or not.
Like there was certain folks that had relatives that were here that were running drug blocks, and when their relatives got deported, the family took over the business. That was happening.
But even before the first niggas got to run them drug blocks, how you think they got there? Niggas allowed them to stay there without we was already here without us allowing y'all. You think all right, when you get here, you ain't got no money and you building. You might got drugs, but you ain't got no money. You building. If the niggas that was already there would have squashed y'all wouldn't have had shit. All they had to come do is rob y'all of all y'all shit and run y'all out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So when they come talking, all niggas be hating. How we allowed y'all? We been here already.
Mm-hmm.
That shit don't make no sense. That's like me moving to Africa or some shit and then acting like and them niggas allow and look, this is exactly what it's like. Me moving to Jamaica, right? Me going in one of them hoods in Kingston and going to a block and acting like I took it over without them niggas allowing me to do it. I'm in their country. That don't make no sense. The niggas squash me like a bug. It's only even if I go over there with 20 niggas, that ain't enough.
Yeah.
Like, that shit don't make no sense. Like, shit crazy. Shit crazy.
No, for real, for real. All right. Shit, we had an hour and a half. If we want to keep it going, we definitely keep it going. We got a few topics we could get into. Hold on, let me look. Damn. Okay, this shit ain't working. But nah, if you good with shutting it down, we can shut it down and then pick it up next Sunday.
Hey, you can shut it down. Yeah, shut it down.
All right, hold up.
Hard pause.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the Hard Pause podcast. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Please make sure you're going to Quarter Water TV, hitting that subscribe button, and getting some quality content. That's dropped weekly. But yo, much love. We appreciate everyone that came through. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you're sharing the pod. We welcome everyone to come and put their what's the word I'm looking for? Put their opinion in, and we'll discuss it. Or topics, we'll discuss them as well. Yo, what you got? What you got, bro?
That's it. I ain't got none. Water gang.
Water gang. Hard pause.
Drop that
Hard
make the
pause.
world stop. Yeah, shorty got it. I'ma make the move. Shit, I got it too. What I got to lose? Me and her, that's